Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Hello and welcome to another week of Special Stage Pro Trucks, the final week of Special Stage Pro Trucks for this season. 2 races left to decide a champion, and we start out at the polarizing, awesome, and incredible Virginia International Raceway. Now, I'm joined by my broadcast partners, Zach Amsbacher and Rob Campbell. And Zach, we were having a big discussion there between the three of us. A lot of differing opinions. I quite like this track. It's awesome. It's a lot of fun to watch. But personally, I typically don't tend to enjoy driving it, actually. You have a similar viewpoint.
Yeah, not sure what it is exactly. Definitely the general consensus of the community is that V.I.R is well loved. It's a free track. It's an awesome track. Most racers tend to like this place, but you and I think on paper with some of the elevation changes, it kind of suits with some of the other tracks that we enjoy. But for whatever reason here, yeah, V.I.R not one of my favorites to drive, but like you mentioned, great to see some racing out here though.
Yeah, and it's gonna be quite the show for everyone here. I feel like it's going to be heavily draft logged. This track is big and it is fast. So you're
especially in the Pro 2 lights, James.
Yeah, where almost anything is draft locked. So I think we might see a pretty good show for this one, even though unfortunately a much smaller field than we've been accustomed to these last couple seasons.
Yeah, I gotta think a lot of guys are over at the big Cranon Championships going on this week. Gotta think some of our guys are up there watching that, or maybe being a part of it themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a good point. So we are just about done with qualifying. 6 trucks able to get a time in. And while we have
he missed 8/10 faster than Sean Winkler there. That's quite a lot from our 007 truck.
Yeah, but that's not necessarily a problem for Sean Winkler. All Sean needs to do is finish 5th in this race, and he will clinch the championship this season and bring home another Yo-Yo K Crochet trophy here in season 13.
Such an awesome trophy.
I'm looking lovingly at the 2 I've been able to bring home as we speak.
That's the only thing better than one of them, James, is 2 of them, so I'm a little jealous there.
Good thing about being a one-trick pony sometimes. Meanwhile, we are already ready to get at it. The lights are on. And the trucks are off. We're underway at Virginia. Boy, howdy, it took a long time for those lights to come on and go out. But here we go. We're already 3 wide there towards the back end of the top 5 as Winkler tries to get to the outside. Oh, we got a truck almost getting turned. I believe that was Boyslard there as Aaron Benson goes wide because of it. And you saw a little bit of contact between Mahemius and Winkler going into turn 1. You gotta be worried for the damage model on those two trucks, hoping that they are not damaged, because we're hoping that they put on a good show here.
Yeah, I would think with the pace that they have and in the draft effect, hopefully for those two up front, not going to be a huge factor. But Adam Boislard has a ton of pace right behind him, though, so we'll have to keep an eye on that 267 truck.
Meanwhile, Corey Kroll almost getting turned around, got sideways off of turn 4B and got some help from the 21 Aaron Benson right behind. But he's able to hold on to it, and he shouldn't be out of draft range. It's I'm not entirely sure if Tanner Simonis is still within draft range. It is close. We'll see as they go on to the front straightaway. As you see Winkler all over the back of Mahemius. Thankfully, it seems like neither truck is worse for the wear after that contact.
Or drivers are just quick enough to go ahead and negate that penalty, whatever the air damage might be. We're not sure.
And here we go, Sean getting the massive run from the draft. As you
Got
see,
the foot cam on there, wide open as we expect. We'll see what kind of brake pressure we get here going into turn 1. See if he's going to try and outbrake Monhemus for the #1 spot. He's going to go to the outside again.
Tom going defensive. Sean trying to get around the outside. Staying along. Oh, maybe get a little bit of a squeeze from Tom, and he will have to tuck back in.
It's a tough ask for the lateral grip of that truck there, but great job from Sean Winkler. Almost stayed beside him on the exit. Pretty impressed there with 720's work.
Meanwhile, Aaron Benson has gotten by Tanner Simonis for P6, as they have definitely lost the draft. And in fact, Boislard, Owens, and Slosser, they're starting to get dropped ever so slightly by the lead duo, as everyone just hanging it out here, going through the snake.
Yeah, I think Corey Krall's got to be a little frustrated. I thought he had a little more pace in that in practice, but he's stuck at the back right now. Thankfully, he's got some draft, and he can work on those trucks. But like he said, lost the draft to the lead pack right now. So at best, he should be able to move up to 6th place there if he's able.
Meanwhile, you saw Slosser trying to make the move on Seth Owens.
Ooh,
Owens all over the place, and it might allow Slosser another opportunity, but they are well out of draft here.
Excellent job from Schlosser. They got a little crossed up, different lines, and Matt got to the inside there. That was a really good move there from the 400.
Yeah, Owens in his defense having to take a very vulnerable line going through and just sliding all over the place, and Schlosser able to take advantage of it.
I'm surprised Boislard fell off from the lead two here a little bit. We'll see if those two get the battle, if he can catch back up. I thought he had a good bit of pace in practice to kind of stick with these guys a little bit closer, but he's still close enough. If they have any kind of a too-wide battle for more than 2 corners or a little slip-up, he'll be right there.
Yeah, I feel like
right in front of them.
I feel like I'd be surprised if they do at this point. Knowing these two, they might just kind of stay right here, try to pull away, and just make it a showdown between them in the closing laps.
Yeah, that would be the smart thing to do. Also, with these two guys, they're like laser beams out there. The odds of the 007 giving the 720 the inside anywhere or making a mistake is slim to none. And Sean could continue to kind of jump the outside, but making that pass is just going to be so difficult. So unless he gets the elbows out, which we know the 720 can do it if he's able, but I believe you're correct, James. These two are probably just going to keep riding like that for quite some time here.
Yeah, and those two have battled so often in these last few seasons, and it's been pretty close, essentially, or pretty clean. So you don't really want to open the door to some of the more aggressive tactics, because once you kind of cross that line, then it starts to become a lot more chaotic. And when you have that close racing relationship with someone, it's just better to try to keep it as clean for as long as you can, honestly.
It's just a smart thing to do. You and I have both been there. We know what our pace is, and we know the guys that race at about our same pace in the same leagues as well. So 007 and 720, they're going to be racing really close to each other for many more seasons to come, and they know that. So they don't want to, like you say, get that relationship off balance and have to deal with that every single week. They go out here trying to have some fun.
Yeah, because if you dump the other, then the other's gonna come back and dump you, and it just becomes a bit of a dumpster fire. So the best thing for everyone is what we're seeing right now. Awesome, clean battling as Tom is starting to get himself just a little bit of breathing room.
Just a little bit, but not quite enough to really, relax at all. Sean's right there with any kind of a slip up. Sean's able to kind of undercut Tom here a little bit. Looks like he's running a little more inside. So, if there's any kind of maybe tire heat build up in the long run, Sean's probably saving a little bit of that. We'll have to see. We know tire wear is not really a big thing in the Pro 2 Light. Maybe a little bit of heat though.
Yeah, I feel like it is to a point on these road courses. You definitely can't slam the throttle down and just do a burnout on corner exit every time. That is a lot of where this pace difference you see from these two comes from, is being able to have that throttle control to get on the throttle, not spin the rear tires, not kick it out, and just keep it at a nice, cool operating temperature. And that just gives you so much more pace over the course of the run than the field we saw earlier just hanging it out. As you see Kroll trying to get by Tanner Simonis. See Aaron Benson
has wanting to move up a little bit. He's up working on P7 right now.
Yeah, meanwhile you see Aaron Benson, he has just absolutely walked away.
Oh wow. Okay, he's gonna have a hard time getting to P6 now. Corey Carell. Boy, where did he, where are they at? I'm not sure what happened. There must have been some battling going on from 7th through 9th.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Because I think it wasn't too long ago that Benson was right in front of these guys, right with them. And yeah, like you said, he's not even a part of this anymore.
Yeah, absolutely left in the lurch, trying to get by the Kyle Busch truck of Tanner Simonis. Meanwhile, up front, it's still close. Sean trying to keep to the back of the 007 as much as he can. Adam Boislar just barely hanging on, but right now, not really much of a factor in this fight for the lead.
Unfortunately not, but he's close enough to maybe learn something from these guys, because we know 007, 720 are two of the best out here doing it, and we're hoping Adam can, we know he's got a ton of pace, and he loves road course racing. New to the trucks, but probably able to pick some up from these guys if he can stay close enough.
Absolutely, and Sean gets a big run to turn one, but not quite able to get to the inside of Mahemius. We see a replay from Tanner Simonis. Oh, way wide for Tanner.
Well, he was pulling away from them guys, but that'll bring you right back to it.
Yeah, you can say that again.
That green M&M's paint scheme's iconic. Love to see that on track.
Then here's a replay of Simonis jumping to the outside of Corey Kroll, taking it back. Meanwhile, live look, they are side by side. In fact, Kroll just barely able to take it back.
Track limits
Simonis, yeah. Cutting the corner is Tanner Simonis, hanging it out. Sliding all over.
Corey got into him or not. Looks like he's certainly going after him here.
Yeah, Corey trying to run away. Meanwhile, Aaron Benson has run down Seth Owens. Let's once that 21 truck got free of everyone else, he has just been putting the hammer down. See Matt Slosser nowhere in this picture. He is gone. You see him just barely there. Meanwhile, we got Bound for the lead. Oh, Mahamius and Winkler, they're leaning on each other. Sean almost had it, but it looks like Tom's gonna hang on.
Oh, it's heating up front, James. Sean's gonna have a better position here to cut to the inside. Not gonna be able to do anything with it.
Yeah, we're gonna be 2 laps to go next time by. And with Boyslard about almost 2 seconds, it is go time now as Winkler absolutely heating up the back bumper bars of that 007 truck.
Boy, 720 was all over him. Let's see the move here on the front stretch. What happened here? Sean goes to the outside like we've seen him do it before. Maybe he was practicing for the move here. Gonna try to get the job done. Oh, definitely outbraked him there.
Yeah, then little bit of right side romance going into turn 1, and that's going to allow Tom to hold on to it. And it has not been that good of a middle sector here for Winkler, as he has a little bit of ground to make up. Will not be able to. Oh, look at the lunge into the braking zone. Very nice from Winkler.
Been outbreaking Tom in pretty much any corner. Not sure how he's doing that, because typically Tom's really, that's one of his best suits is in the braking zones, but Sean's been really outbreaking the 007 and been able to keep the truck a little more inside. Now we saw, definitely built the tire heat up a little bit. Maybe that's why he's falling back. He's also got a little bit of front damage I see there that could be affecting that truck, but I think he's going to get right back to him here, especially with the draft.
As we are coming to just 2 laps to go at V.I.R. I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move this time around.
Oh, man, he is. Look at that. He is all over him in the braking zones right now. And it still gets that truck turned more inside. Interestingly enough, 2 laps ago, Sean Winkler ran a 143.268. That's actually, that puts Monhamius and Winkler tied for the purple lap of the race right there. Down to the triple digits.
That is incredible.
It just shows you how close these guys are. Even though they're a lot faster than some of the competition, they're just that close to each other, though. And Adam Boyslard, we talked about him learning a little bit. If these guys get the battle, and again, he's so much closer now. And like we said, he's got to think he's learning a little bit where these guys are picking up on him. So if he gets an opportunity to pounce on him, he's going to know what to do with it.
Yeah, right now, not close enough to make a move. So you see, once again, Winkler gaining in the braking zone into turn 7. But Tom seems to be just a bit better through the S's. Getting himself that crucial gap. That's going to mean everything when we go into turn 1 for the final time tonight. And I don't think Sean is going to be close enough, although Bohemia is going a little bit wide on exit. And here we go. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go from V.I.R. Can Winkler make anything happen? I don't think he's going to be close enough.
Especially not now. Tom got the exit he needed there. Got 6/10. Now Sean's going to pull him with the draft, and we know he's going to get really close with his brake. You know, he's been doing a really good job in turn 1 braking zone here, but I think Tom got a really good gap that he needed.
Big
my God.
Winkler gets
Tom
the nose in.
Oh, he almost got to the inside. Boy, 007 is lucky because he got a little outside and the 720 was right there.
Yeah, Sean almost lulled him into a false sense of security and nearly took advantage of it. But Tom holds strong. Sean giving it everything. A lot closer. Can he make the dive into turn 7? This is the closest we've seen him going through stake, trying to get the draft. This might be Sean's last opportunity. The send on the brakes, not close enough. And now we're going through the best part of the track for a Mahemius all race long.
Boy, it's going to be near impossible now, James, without a big mistake for the 007.
Yeah, this is, but look how close Sean is. This is exactly what he needed 1 lap ago. If he had 1 more lap, he might have pulled it off, but not enough time. Going through 12 and 13 for the final time.
Oh, it's so close. God, you love to see that, though.
Can he get the slipstream? The finish line's a lot farther down. It doesn't look like it, though. Coming to the checkered. Tom Mahemius will win at V.I.R. But for Sean Winkler, he becomes the Season 13 Special Stage Pro Trucks Champion.
Boy, that was awesome. And congratulations to Sean Winkler there. Well-deserved championship. And what a great run from those top 3 guys. Look how far back Matt Schlosser is in P4. Those guys drove away from the field.
Yeah, they absolutely did, as we're still watching the battle between Benson and Owens. And Benson's going to hold him off. And Corey Kroll will keep Tanner Simonis behind at the finish line. And Patrick Wilson will round out the field.
I'd love to see some more trucks on track, but that was still pretty fun to watch that, James. That was a pretty good race now. Oh boy, here we go. That is.
Oh my lord!
End of the season.
He landed it!
Not going to need these chassis for next season, apparently. We're going to go ahead and scrap them.
The Russian judge gives a 10 for Patrick Wilson on that landing. Well, here we are, the final results from tonight at V.I.R. Your race winner, Tom Hemius from Sean Winkler and Adam Boyslard. Matt Schlosser, Aaron Benson, the top 5. Seth Owens, Corey Kroll, Tanner Simonis, and Patrick Wilson will round out the field. Well, with that, it's time to get to our top 3, and we'll start with our 3rd place finisher of Adam Boyslard. Yep. Adam, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, that was a not quite a lonely P3 out there. You still kept it pretty close to the top 2, but man, it was just hard to stay in those 2's draft.
Yeah, I mean, Tom's out there putting up laps that are a second faster than us, and we're just keeping up with the draft, really. And I was talking with Sean a little bit after, and I figured as much, but it seemed like he was just tucking in and just not trying to make any moves and try to build a gap so I wasn't going to be a factor, really. And he did confirm that afterwards. But yeah, just happy for a P3. I know the turnout was a little low, probably with Crandon going on right now, but nice to flex my legs a little bit and show off at the road courses occasionally.
Absolutely, and it was still a good run. It's not like this track is the easiest to get around, especially with one of these bad boys.
Oh yeah, it's surprisingly hard to get the car rotated, especially on the last corner there coming down the hill. You really had to be patient, not overdo it. And the track was a little slick, and conditions were, a little slick, but really just keeping the tires under you, and especially qualifying too, just trying not to overdrive it and get the 1X and start in the back. That happened to me at Navarra earlier this season, just trying not to do too much, but also trying to stay competitive, because I knew Seth and Matt had some pace too.
Absolutely, but it was still a awesome run for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you like to give before we let you go?
Shout out you guys in the booth and Matt for running the whole thing, and I think Sean wrapped up the drivership there, so congrats to him and congrats to Tom for the win. We'll see what happens at Park. I did about 3 practice laps, never run a race there, so hoping for a top 10, James.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Adam, and hopefully we're talking to you again here in 30 minutes.
Sounds good, thanks.
All right, and now Zach is going to talk to our race winner, Tom Hemius.
Our race winner here, 007, Tom Monhemus. Tom, I think that's 8 or 9 wins this season. I'm not sure. It's a lot of them. Why don't you go ahead and walk us through one of your many wins that you've accumulated now this season?
Yeah, I mean, just, qualified it on pole, and then it was was kind of just able to hold on to it. Sean was very fast, especially through sector 1. He would kind of gain all the time back through there. So it was quite a close race, definitely closer than quite a few of them this season. But no, I'm happy with another win on the belt.
There a major draft effect going on out there. We definitely saw, some at times on the bigger straightaways, but we have to think, your practice pace and qualifying was quite a bit faster in your competition, but those guys were able to keep it close. So did you guys have a big draft effect going out there?
I think there was a little bit of draft, definitely, for sure. These trucks are, they make a massive block of air, so they do draft quite well, but I don't think with Sean had a bit of front end damage, so I'm sure had he not had that, he probably would have been able to lunge me and turn one a couple more times.
Yeah, maybe he just picked something up throughout the race there. I know your pace was looking good in practice and qualifying, but he was braking zones especially. Did you notice that he was really on you in the braking, especially like turn 1. He was able to really get close to you there. I'm not sure how he was doing that because I know you're one of the best at that, but a couple times I assume he got in your head there a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, every time I would look in my mirror in T1, he would be, half a second back on the entry, and he'd come out and be like 3/10. I'm like, how's he gaining 2/10 just off of T1, So, he was really, really good through all the braking sections. Just thankfully, held on, and when he was there, it's just super hard to pass around the outside there. So just held on to it.
Well, great job staying mentally tough out there. I know the having a 720 new mirror is one of the hardest things to do out there. Is keep behind you actually. And speaking of the 720, he went ahead and wrapped up the drivers' championships. We're gonna let you get over to practicing for race 2 tonight. We're gonna talk to him next. But great job out there, Tom. Go and give some shout outs before we get you out of here.
Shout out you guys in the booth, Matt for popping this up, everyone for showing up, and shout out Been Racing and TG Power Sports.
All right, thanks for the kind words. Good luck, Tom. Hopefully we're talking to you in another 30 minutes.
Yeah, hopefully. Cheers, Zach.
All right, James, you want to interview our champion?
Yes, sir. Sean, James in the booth. You got a copy?
James, hello. Yes, sorry, was doing a little driving there.
No worries. Well, how about it, man? You've already wrapped up the championship, the Yo-Yo K
right?
Crochet. Yep, the Yo-Yo
Yes!
K Crochet trophy is in the mail. How about it, my friend? How does it feel?
You should have lied to me because I really thought I needed to get this win. I mean, I'm still going to try, but man, it feels good to get the championship wrapped up. Super happy for that. Tom, man, he drove a hell of a race. I had him a little bit on the brakes, but I just couldn't find a way around. The guy's too good, so congrats on the win to him. But happy for the championship. Let's go.
Yeah, you were dynamite on the brakes. We couldn't believe how much ground you were making up on him. And that's, you know as well as we do, that's not easy to do against someone like Tom.
No, the guy is smoke out there. He's so fast. So, I mean, I got the pedal cam on, so you can see what I'm doing. There's no black magic. I don't know. I just found a way to slow the truck down differently and get right up on him and get a couple runs out of the corners that I don't think he was making. But like I said, there's just, no real room to make a move. And with Adam right behind us, that guy's so fast too, right? I just, I couldn't battle Tom too hard because then Adam would catch up. So I just tried to manage the gap and tried to make a couple moves around the outside on Tom on turn 1, but we couldn't make it stick. Not quite enough grip. So, yeah, it is what it is, but we're happy with the chip for sure.
Absolutely, and we'll let you go prepare to try to
Awesome.
end the season with another win sticker. But first, any shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, Racecraft Academy. Happy to bring championship home for those guys. Next Level Racing, Real Broker, Pimax VR here. Matt and the crew and all you guys are putting on such a hell of a show. It's fun to watch these and run these, and thanks a lot, guys. And all the fans watching at home, I hope you're enjoying the show. Thanks.
All righty, we appreciate you, Sean, and hopefully we're talking to you again in 30 minutes.
We're going to try our best.
Congrats, Sean.
Thanks, James. Hey, thanks, Zach.
All right, there is our season 13 champion. We'll go ahead and get a commercial break in, and we will be back at Bark River.
to Vasquez can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around, we're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force him off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging. And to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
There might be some rain coming through. We expect rain soon. Rain is close. The session has been declared wet. No sign of this rain stopping. Rain is clearing up. Rain should be gone for now. Nothing but sunshine all day.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, we are back and here in Bark River. Another one of the all-time great off-road truck tracks. But before we take a look at qualifying, gotta give a plug for next season's season opener for season 14 of the Pro Trucks. We are going 50 for 50 here, everyone. We are trying to put 50 trucks on the grid for the Land Rush start for Crandon. We are also giving away special Yo-Yo K crochet trophies, a green trophy for the winner at Crandon. And we're also giving away $10 in iRacing credits to 5 drivers randomly chosen that are running at the finish. And we are giving $50 in iRacing credits to a lucky winner if we do break that 50 truck threshold. Of course,
Talk to our league admin as well. Maybe we can get a trophy for winning the whole shot too. Because if you look at the picture in the background, I'll give a shout out to myself there. That's me actually pulling the whole shot there at the beginning of this season. So we'll be out there trying for it again as well there, James.
Absolutely, and it may feature 2 in-race reporters. Not sure, but you never know.
You put 50 trucks on track. We got to go for the whole shot. We got to get the odds up that one of us gets it. So put 2 of us out there. That helps out a little bit. Cuts the odds in half.
Zach, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt that if a crochet trophy is being given out to the whole shot, I am launching your ass to Wisconsin.
Well, you got to beat me 2 turn 1. Well, I guess the whole shot line is technically around the first corner, so you did just survive that the big sweeping turn there. But I'm hoping to have enough space that nobody can touch me there. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. One of my few claims to fame is doing that in a leading the whole shot from the very outside in a Jim Beaver esports event. Don't ask me how long I held on to that lead. It's not important. What is important is I got the lead off of the whole shot. All they need to do is just stop the race after 200 feet, but that's the story for another day. Meanwhile, we have just 30 seconds to go here in qualifying as we see everyone just taking a few final laps around the track before we get started.
I just want to highlight some of our pro-level drivers out here. 007 runs a 15.3, 115.3, and we got a Winkler with a 16.0, and then going to go all the way back to 17.1 for Greg Johnson there in P3. Just really highlights how fast these 2 guys, the 720 and the 007, are. Just unbelievable where they find this pace from, James.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolute madness. But with that, it's time to get to our starting grid. Your pole sitter, of course, is 007 of Tom Hemius next to the 720 of Sean Winkler, the 150 of Greg Johnson, and the 106 of Milan Lakovic on row 2. Aaron Benson in the 21, and the 267 of Adam Boyslard in row 3. 666 of Patrick Wilson, and the 400 of Matt Slosser, row 4. Rounding out the top 10, it is the 73 of Seth Owens and the 20 of Corey Kroll, with the 8 of Tanner Simonis rounding out the field here in Bark River. We
Trucks
get
look ready
ready.
sitting on the grid there, man. I'm ready for this one. Got a little more trucks out there than we did for the last one.
Absolutely, you love to see that. As we are about to get ready to battle for the final win sticker of season 13. And it is time. The lights are on. And the trucks are off. We're underway at Bark River. Good jump from Bohemius, but you see Winkler already on the back of 007. They
Oh,
come
400's over the berm back there. That's
Oh,
not really
yeah.
that.
No, Schlosser jumps the cushion and will fall all the way at the back of the pack. You see Boislar going way wide, exit turn 3, and he's going to have company as we go through the chicane in 4 and 5. And yeah,
Oh, Tanner Simonis flipped over, I think. Yeah,
and I was just about to point that out. I was about to say, watch out for that berm. That has launched many a truck over the years. And Tanner Simonis showing why before I even had a chance to say anything.
Wow.
It's so easy to do this, Zach. I've lost track of how many times I've done it. Hey, he landed it.
Now, thankfully, the tricky part with that corner is, thankfully, I have not actually clipped it that many times. But that's also the problem.
Got turned around.
Oh, that's not good for our 21 truck. He's got to wait for the line to go by and pull back out and try to catch back up to him. But, you know, that corner is really hard, James. I tend to not hit it, but that's the problem. I'm actually slower. You know, the pace is made. If you watch the 007 and 720 go through there consistently, they're going to put that thing right next to that berm. That's where this pace is at. You want to be really close there. Oh, somebody got into him there, helped him out. Who was that? Seth Owens?
I believe it was Boislard, actually. Yeah, that's the difficult thing. Like, at some points, you kind of have to treat Bark River almost like a street course. You know, you don't have a whole lot of room to work with at some parts. See, right there, of course, that berm, so easy to clip it and go the Tanner Simonis trajectory.
Yeah, I wanted to see if our producer can get a close-up next time when the whole field goes through there, because I guarantee we'll see the 007 to 720 be a lot closer and a lot smoother as they go through there versus some of these other guys with a little less pace in the back.
Yeah, and that's just from pure experience. Like, they know exactly where they need to put the truck, lap in, lap out, to get as close to that as they can without hitting it and launching themselves over. And it's especially difficult in qualifying because that does trigger a 0x that will invalidate the lap.
Yeah, the old 0, especially in that section right there as you watch these trucks go through. All the fast guys know about that. If, you could easily lose a lap. Oh, 666 into the wall. Might have some help from the 400 there. Not sure. They were close, battling.
No, unfortunately, Wilson did not have help on that. Slid up into the barrier. But yeah, and that tabletop is also a nightmare in qualifying because even though you're not actually hitting anything, if you go out wide enough, you can something in the rear suspension kind of hits the ground and triggers a 0x. So this makes this track the hardest to qualify to me in all of off-road trucks on the sim.
Yeah, you call it. I like to call it one of the ghost contacts or the ghost 0x. You know, just seems to not be anything there, but iRacing thinks it is, and it'll take your lap away just like that. So the fast guys know you got to put it on the line and go for that lap just like that. What an awesome, perfect timing there to watch 007 rip that outside.
Yeah, he is absolutely starting to pull away here.
You know, 007's fast anywhere we go, but I'd have to say, just with the amount of times I've raced with this guy or practiced with him, Bark River, especially for a dirt short course, is probably the one place in particular he really has a massive pace difference on general most of the field. Look how close he's going to commit to this here. Oh, man, puts it right on the edge there perfectly. A little bit of grass there. Beautifully done.
Yeah, he is able to hit these marks on command. Robotic is Mahemius. You know, as we see battle between Owens and Boislard here for the last spot in the top 5. See, look how close Seth gets to the back of Boislard. Oh, he sends it. He's got a little bit of room. If he can stay on the outside, he's going to have the preferred line. Oh, he can. In fact, Boislard, it's a little bit of an inadvertent slide job there. And he's going to hold on to the spot. see Benson and Kroll. As these two have absolutely left Wilson and Matt Schlosser behind. 5 seconds is the gap.
We saw Matt have some troubles to, right there in turn 1, lap 1 of the race, but usually he's a little faster at Park River. He must be struggling out there tonight. Looks like the truck's pretty clean. Don't see a lot of damage. Just got caught up, had some bad luck to start the race and wasn't able to recover. Oh, a little bit of contact from 106 to the 150. These guys are having fun out here battling. No harm, no foul.
Yeah, Johnson and Lokovich doing battle for the last spot on the podium here. As Johnson gets a great run through the quarter that time, going to give himself a little more of a gap.
We do a lot of talking about the top two guys, 007, 720, but 150 truck and 106, Lokovic and Johnson, no slouches here. These guys are some of the fastest guys out there. I remember when I first started racing, they were kind of the benchmark. If I could run with these guys, I knew I had some pretty good pace for the night.
Absolutely. Greg has taught me a lot over the course of my career.
He's got a cool looking truck out there representing Team Watson Racing pretty well for you, James.
Yes, sir.
Well, we've got Maladen's got the cool green truck. These two trucks here are pretty recognizable. Not hard to miss these trucks, and pretty easy to recognize who's driving them.
Absolutely. So now Greg starting to open up the gap over Lokovich. Has himself almost second.
And I do expect that, definitely, like I said, race with these guys a lot in the official series. I'd say Greg's strength is a little more the dirt short course, and I think Lokovic's going to be a little more rallycross, where I would expect him to be in front of the 150.
Yeah, I'd say you're pretty spot on. Oh no, Patrick Wilson.
No.
Oh.
Well, didn't get the berm on the inside. Just went a little too out. Oh, gonna catch a little bit of the end of the berm there. Just to make a liar out of me. Let's see, Eminem's truck. He's had some major troubles out there tonight. He's gonna have more trouble there. Oh, he got lucky on that one. That usually doesn't. Oh. He's gonna go ahead and park it, maybe.
I think
he's gonna have some M&Ms, I guess. He's done for racing for the night.
Yeah, that looks to be night and season over for the 8 of Tanner Simonis. As all of a sudden, that breathing room that Greg Johnson had, it is gone as Lokovich is to the inside just about of the 150.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on his battles, particularly in the last sector. I have to wonder if the 106 has figured something out and he's able to really close that gap back up, because it looks like from here on out, sector 2 mid-track, Greg Johnson's just a lot faster as we thought he might be, but somewhere Lokovic's making up that time.
Ooh. See Greg go a little bit wide on exit.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
going to give him a horrible entry into the sweeper here, but something happened with Lokovich, and that's going to allow Greg to power around the outside and hold on to the spot.
Had to give a shout out to Lokovic there. I think he had a really good shot there at the inside. I actually think he pumped the brakes, James. Just didn't want to get into Greg. Like I said, these guys race each other a lot. They don't want to take the position from each other in any kind of a dirty way there. So I believe. Oh no! Lokovich! He deserves for that.
Oh no!
Looks like it's actually driving. I thought for sure that left front was going to be gone, but that truck looks is it straight. Might be right there.
Meanwhile, we are side by side. Owens and Boyslard going over the turn 1 jump. Boyslard gonna hold on to the spot as we see the replay of Lokovich just turning in a little too early and clipping that wall.
What Boyslard? Well, definitely not with that line. You're not gonna. But he's having a hard time pulling away from his 73. Right there on him. As they're going to catch up to the 106. We'll see if that 106 is damaged, because if not, Boyslard's going to catch up to him. Or rather, if he's got damage. It looks like it's straight, James, but I thought for sure that left front was gone on the 106 truck when he hit that wall.
Yeah, I was expecting the same. Meanwhile, Tanner Simonis reporting in wheel shut off. That's what happened to the 8 truck.
Oh. Boyslard, a little bit of contact with 73. Look like I'm sure Boyslard's saying, come on, man, let's get past this 106, and then we'll battle it out.
Yeah, Lokovich, he is hurting. He is hemorrhaging time as he is going to fight like heck to hold on to 4th.
I'm sure he's going to stay away from that wall the next couple laps. We'll see him stay. Probably more outside than he's been all night, James. I don't think he wants to hit that one again.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right about that.
Yeah, I mean the truck doesn't look bad, but he's yeah, this is not the pace that we saw him have earlier.
Now, and I wonder if that's hurt the engine because
That's a good point.
for whatever reason, front impacts on this truck always seems to mess with your the life of the engine, which is weird because I could have sworn these things are rear engined. Am I right?
No, you're not wrong. It's IRC just likes to neglect us here in the dirt short course community.
Big contact from Boyslard into Lakovich, and we're going to be 3-1 from fourth down, going over the whoops. Lakovich holds strong, and Owens looks like he's going to get around the outside of Boyslard. I think Adam might have backed out of that a little bit to give the spot back to Lakovich, and now Owens trying to take advantage of it. Owens nearly gets Lakovich himself, and Boyslard is going to lose out on the spot. As now it's Seth Owens taking his turn trying to get by the 106.
As mentioned, 106 place stayed plenty wide back there. Actually had a pretty good line there. He's going to get a little bit of breathing room here from these guys. Much needed.
Man, what could have been for Adam Boyslard there? That was a big old hip check into Milan Lakovich.
I think you might be right about that engine loss of power there. Looked like there for sure we could see the 106. Lakovic definitely knows how to drive this track. It looks like on the straightaways that truck's definitely a little slower than the rest of them.
Yeah,
boy, take my money 3 wide at Bark River with this small of a field. I didn't expect it, but yeah, this is awesome. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, they're closing back in again.
Yeah, Milan though holding on right now, keeping the steady gap of about a truck length or so.
Yeah, I mean, if it is, loss of power, that's super frustrating as a driver. You and I have both been there, but boy, he's really ripping these turns correctly, though. He's still nailing these lines just how you're supposed to be fast out here. So it's going to be tough, even with a loss of power potential that he might have. The 73 to 267 are going to have a really hard time getting by. He's got to watch, though. He almost got into that fence there, James.
Yeah, and you never know. It could even be a help at times. I remember one time at Phoenix Rallycross, I turned in a little too early on the left before the jump and gave myself engine damage. But then suddenly I was going a full second faster than I ever had before. So
sometimes it makes you work a little harder, find that extra pace.
Yeah.
Or it might have backed up the entries, who knows?
Well, here we go. Owens trying to get the nose. And Lakovich holds serve again, but here comes Seth on the crossover. Lakovich going wide. Milan can he aim to the outside? And I think he's got him, but Lakovich pulling the crossover again to the inside. And now the switchback. Oh, he's there.
Honestly, really good race. These guys did a great job of not leaning on each other while they're doing all this.
Absolutely. But Seth might have it. Job done.
Oh, we got a little wide here. No, it doesn't matter. He's got the power on the exit there. Great job. White flag in the air.
Yes, sir. White flag. 1 lap to go in season 13. Tom Mahemi is out front by a tune of 6 seconds over the champion-elect.
They got a lap truck in between P1 and P2 there. Patrick Wilson, I believe.
Yeah, Patrick Wilson just right in front of Sean Winkler.
Well, race 2 was easy for these top 2 guys. Sean already wrapped up the championship. Tom just needs to go out there and win. And, yeah, story's already been written. Another win for Tom, and Sean's already our champion for the season.
Absolutely. Coming out of the final corner, checker flag in the air. Tom Mahemius will win at Bark River.
Well, I believe that's win number 10 for the season, if not number 9. That's quite a lot there, James.
Absolutely dominant. Oh, Milan Lakovich has flipped over in the last couple corners.
No, he's tossed it. We're going to see a replay on that when this one's over. Oh, you hate to see it. That truck's still driving. That thing's seen a lot tonight. All battling in between, behind the 73, in front of the 267 here. We'll see.
And
He hits the berm.
Flips that berm.
That's a berm that typically doesn't get hit, but boy, he caught that edge just right. Actually, he might have got lucky there. Landed back on all four and kept it rolling.
Yeah, he still finished P6 with all that happening.
Boy, great job for the 106. Shout out to Lukovic there, bringing that truck home.
And Benson gonna keep Corey Kroll behind him for P7.
Boy, Matt Schlosser, what are you doing out here, Matt? We're gonna need you to step up for next season at Bark River. That truck looks clean. I don't see any damage on that one, James.
There's definitely a bit on the front.
Just a little bit. Oh.
But with
that,
that,
celebrating something.
Yeah.
Maybe the Sean Winkler fan. Oh, the lady's still having trouble. He's trying to have some fun too, but he can't even do that tonight. That 106 has seen some stuff. Yeah, let's look at this again here. This is a terrible incident for the 106.
Whee!
I wonder if to see the wheel was kind of wiggling there for him. Not sure. Maybe he knew he was going to hit it. He kind of panicked. Didn't know if he should just go right and miss the turn completely or try to hit the berm and survive it there, James. I saw a little bit of wiggle in the front end before he made contact with that berm.
Yeah, I don't know, but the manual rail grind right there on that wall allows him to kick flip back on his wheels. Milan Lakovic, pro skater.
Yeah, absolutely. Whoa. Well, I don't know if you saw their background there. We had I think it was Corey Kraut was doing some somersaults to the infield there somehow. Guys, having fun.
Celebrating the end of the season by launching to Canada.
Perfect.
But with that, the final results of the season finale in season 13. Tom Hemme is your winner from Sean Winkler and Greg Johnson. Seth Owens and Adam Boyslard round out the top 5. Milan Lakovic, Aaron Benson, Corey Kroll, Matt Schlosser, Patrick Wilson, and Tanner Simonis round out the field here at Bark River. And with that, it's time to talk to our podium finishers, and we'll start with the third place man, Greg Johnson. Greg, James in the booth, you got a copy? You got a copy, good buddy.
I think he worked too hard out there for that podium finish. James is a little out of breath right now.
Yeah.
Might have to give him a moment.
So.
Get back to him after somebody else.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and talk to the race winner here of Tom Bohemius. Tom, James on the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, James.
Well, ending the season on a high note with another win. This was a heck of a winning streak for you to end off the year.
Yeah, no, happy to take another win. I think that's 9 for 13 from the whole season. So yeah, definitely. If I can't have the championship, I'll take most wins in the season for sure.
Absolutely, and it really seemed like business as usual. You were able to get a good gap from Sean there in the beginning, and didn't really seem like you looked back.
Yeah, no, I mean, Bark River Pro 2 Light, I think genuinely might be my favorite combo in the game. So it's I always like running it. I always like I like it, and I'm fast, so it makes it all the better.
Absolutely. Another absolutely dominant performance from you tonight. Any final sponsors and shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, you guys for broadcasting the whole season, Matt for popping it up, everyone who turned out throughout the season. We got quite a lot of people throughout the season, so that's always good to see. Hopefully we get some bigger grids as well next season. And then shout out Bennett Racing and shout out TG Power Sports.
All right, we appreciate you, Tom, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next season.
Yeah, hopefully, James. See ya.
All right, now let's try Greg here another time. Greg, James in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, James. How you doing, buddy?
Doing all right. How about it, man? It's been a while since we've seen you on the podium.
Yeah, I don't know if it's lack of effort or lack of skill, but things are starting to come around now. Starting to find my pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Starting to knock the rust off and putting up the lap times that I know you were capable of.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a hell of a battle there with you and Milan there for a good chunk of that race. That was a lot of fun to watch. Take us through it.
Well, you know, I had a little bit of a gap there for a bit, and then just a couple little mistakes, and then I could tell he was picking up the pace too. So, yeah, he got pretty close there a couple times. I think he must have hit the K rail or something like that, and ended up getting shuffled back.
He sure did. He clobbered that, but it was pretty inch perfect for you there. Hardly a couple mistakes, but nothing too crazy on a track that it's very easy to make that big crucial mistake.
Yes, sir. It's a really technical track, like anybody will tell you. And then with these trucks being low on horsepower, if you do make any mistakes, like even like bogging it down or over revving it at one point, you'll lose a lot of time.
Absolutely, but a phenomenal P3 here for you tonight. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you like to give before we let you go?
Yep. The broadcast team, especially you, James, and TWR, and my brothers, and the rest of my family, and that's about it. And everybody else for coming out to race with them. There wouldn't be a race without competition. You know that, James.
Amen. Alrighty, we appreciate you, Greg, and hopefully we're talking to you again here next season.
Absolutely, James. We will be doing that for sure. Thank you.
All right, there is your third place man, Greg Johnson, and Zach will get a few words in with our runner-up and champion-elect.
P2 finisher here, Sean Winkler, but more importantly tonight, Sean went ahead and wrapped up the championship early, so race 2 there tonight
Yes,
for
sir.
you it's kind of easy. Just go out there, business as usual, try to put in the best laps you can. Why don't you walk us through that race?
Yeah, I thought I'd let Tom have one more win for the show. You know, just kidding. He was quick. I was trying to do the math. I'm like, man, he's got like a half second on me everywhere. So I don't know. Maybe he had a different setup on that I didn't have. But yeah, we just tried to get our head down and put our laps in, and yeah, just kind of had a lonely P2 there. But happy to get the championship, like you said, and yeah, nice one to finish off the season.
Now, focusing on the 007 a little bit more yet, he's obviously your biggest competitor in this series here. He actually admitted it during his interview that this might be his favorite car and track combo. And even before the race started, I mentioned to James, my broadcast partner here, that I think this is one of his, especially for a dirt short course, the track where he has the biggest separation to the field there. Now, you're probably the closest person to him, so I'm going to go ahead and ask you, where is it at? Where's that pace at? I mean, because you're one of the best out there, so where's he finding that extra pace to just be faster than you, one of the best already is?
Thanks. I appreciate that. Not true, but it's like a 1/10 and a half in every sector, so you lose a 1/10 and a half, 3 sectors, 4.5, a half second. And yeah, it's just the little inputs. It's just the way you slide the truck and get the drive out of the corners. And I think he was just taking a couple of different lines that I don't think I have quite dialed in yet. And I just watched him slowly drive off into the distance. Yeah. What do you do? Yeah, he's one of the best to ever do it. Not me.
Man, I have to say, I was a little disappointed. I was really hoping for myself in the state competition that you had an answer for one specific spot or corner we could work on, but I've been behind this guy as well. He's just, like you said, just kind of chips away everywhere on you, and you really just can't ever kind of build that gap back. Even if you put in one good lap, he's just going to pull another 10th or 2 on you in the next one. So
yeah.
Great job out there, especially in race 1, keeping it close there with him, and race 2, and get an easy P2 for you there, and wrapped up the championship. So we'll go ahead and get you out of here. But anybody else you want to shout out tonight, or anybody else you want to thank, wrap up the season here? Give us any final thoughts, anything. The floor is yours as a champion, man.
I appreciate that. Yeah, again, thanks to Matt for putting on such a fantastic league. It's been awesome to drive with these guys. It's really clean, respectful racing. You don't really have to worry about getting murdered out here. A lot of great drivers. Congrats on Greg on getting the podium. That was awesome to see him up here. But just want to thank again Racecraft Academy. Happy to bring the championship home for them, and Next Level Racing, Real Broker, Pimax V.I.R, all the fans watching. watching, hey, this one's for you, Mike. You can't fire me. I got to say that because he said if I didn't win, I'm fired. So we're still in his good graces. And everybody watching at home, appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully you enjoyed the show. And yeah, looking forward to doing it again. We got the Crandon Championship coming up tomorrow morning. So 13 hours, I'll be back on the track. And then at 8 a.m. and then 6 p.m. tomorrow night too. We're going to try to, I won the super session last year, so trying to go back to back on that, but the competition's tough. So we'll see what happens.
That's right. That's right. Previous Crandon champion there. So good luck tomorrow. Wishing the best. I'm sure we'll see you back here for the next season of Pro Truck action here in Special Stage.
Yes, sir, Zach. Can't wait. Looking forward to it.
See you, Sean.
Thanks, guys.
What a great season, James. What an awesome season wrapped up here tonight.
Absolutely. Not much more you can ask for that. We were treated to some awesome battles, awesome moments, awesome crashes. And yeah, I can't wait for us to do it once again. And hopefully we will be back to see 50 trucks take the Land Rush start for the season opener on October 2nd.
Yeah, I mean, we're seeing random prizes given out here. So anybody, don't be scared of. We got some really fast guys out here, but it doesn't matter if you show up and finish the race, you're eligible for these prizes. So anybody has a chance here. I'm going to work on it as well probably mostly for myself because the only trophy and anything I have a chance at is a whole shot. So I'm going to work on maybe adding something else here. I'll talk to our league admin before the next season starts. But anybody's welcome to come on out. We'd love to see you. Let's get 50 trucks out there, James.
Absolutely, and watch the two of us fist fight for that whole shot trophy.
Oh, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, just you wait.
Maybe we can talk to Rob, our producer, and see if we can have a trophy just between the two of us to see who comes out ahead in turn one. At least we'll have a battle with ourselves.
Yes, love it. But with that, it's time to sunset another season. I'm James. For James Watson, Zach Amsbacher, and Rob Campbell, time to bid everyone adieu, and we'll see you all back for the start of season 14. Good night, everyone.